In our morning rounds, holiday season is also flu season, but how do you know if it's really the flu, a cold, or something else? Up to 20% of Americans come down with the flu every year. On average, adults get 2 or 3 colds, and kids get even more. Our Dr. Phillips is here to help clear up the confusion. Holly, good morning.
Good morning.
This is such a good segment because it determines what kind of medication you need, if any. How do you know if it's a cold or a flu?
Sure. You know, it's one of these things where we often use the terms cold and flu interchangeably, but they are completely distinct illnesses with their own set of symptoms, and the differences can actually be picked up right away. So colds tend to start very gradually. You might get a slight sore throat, and then the congestion begins, and 1 or 2 days into it, you can develop a cough. The flu is very different. It has a sudden, severe, and abrupt onset. 1 minute you feel fine, the next you feel like you were flattened by a truck. The herald symptoms really are fever, body aches, chills, and fatigue. The other important reason to be able to distinguish between the two is that common colds are annoying, they're a drag, but they tend not to be very serious. That's not the case with the flu. The flu causes more than 24,000 deaths a year and about 200,000 hospitalizations, sometimes more.
And that's just one of the reasons you should know the difference.
Exactly. And there are other really important reasons to know. For one thing, the flu can be treated with antiviral medicines like Tamiflu and Relenza. Those shorten both the course of the illness and the severity of your symptoms. And if there's any debate about whether or not you have the cold or the flu, we have these kits now. A lot of doctors' offices carry them. This is called a rapid influenza detection kit. What you do, you take this swab, you swab each nostril once, then you put it in the test tube. Am I taking you back to chemistry here? Put in the reagent, and then you develop it. Within 5 minutes, you know with 99% accuracy whether or not it's the flu.
And so if it's positive, what do you do then?
Yeah.
Well, if it's positive, if you've just started to have symptoms within the first 48 hours, you can take the antiviral medicine and get some relief. And if it's negative, it is the cold, and you just kind of have to tough it out with chicken soup and
does
rest.
the antiviral medicine have to be prescribed?
It does have to be prescribed. And another important point, antibiotics are not at all effective against the common cold. They only treat bacteria. Both the common cold and the flu are viral illnesses. So, and of course, it's a major public health issue about antibiotic overuse. Ultimately, it's the doctor's responsibility, though.
Say that again. Antibiotics do not treat the common cold or the common flu.
Absolutely. They have no effect against viruses, only bacteria.
Very important reminder. Yeah. Dr. Phillips, thank you.
Thank you very much.